Donald Trump, again, acting up. Yep, nothing's really changed in the 18 years since he was caught on tape boasting about using his celebrity status to grab women by the nether regions. And in fact, well, the former president recently defended his remarks and doubled down on them in a deposition that he took in the defamation rape case that was filed by writer Eugene Carroll.
In this video, I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet, just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's, if you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
Yeah, and for anybody who missed that whole Me Too movement, what Trump is basically saying is that my celebrity status means I do not have to seek consent or care whether it is given. But also, if you've happened to forgotten what this lawsuit is about against Trump, well, let's go ahead and go to Yahoo News. So Eugene Carroll has accused Trump of raping her in a dressing room at the Bergdorf Goodman department store in New York City in the mid-90s. She has sued for battery and defamation and is seeking unspecified damages. Trump has vehemently denied the attack, calling Carroll a whack job in the recorded deposition and saying that the rape didn't happen. Now, Trump went on to tell Carroll's attorney, Roberta Kaplan, that he couldn't have raped Carroll because she wasn't his type. And then he went on, of course, to insult the attorney too. He said, "You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest. I wouldn't, under any circumstances, have any interest in you." That's really special. But of course, that defense of not my type fell flat fast when Trump basically confused Carroll with one of his ex-wives.
I don't even know who the woman, let's see, I don't know who, it's Marla.
You're saying Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here. Oh, is that,
the person you just pointed to was
I
Eugene
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife. And the woman on the right is your then wife.
I don't know, this was the picture. I assume that's John Johnson, is that's Carroll? Because it's very blurry.
It's really interesting, confusing Marla Maples with Eugene Carroll, yet having gone on the record and said Carroll wasn't his type. Very funny. Well, the trial concluded its second week yesterday without Trump putting on a defense or testifying at all. 45 has really been spending his time in Ireland golfing, but he may be back soon because according to Yahoo News, I think he's a little bit scared. He alluded on Thursday that he may soon be back in New York to go back for a woman that made a false accusation about me, and I have a judge who is extremely hostile. Yeah, that judge that Trump talked trash about. Anyways, the court, however, is trying to prevent any kind of segue or opportunity or open door for Trump to appeal. And so it said this: the court gave Trump until 5 p.m. Sunday to file a motion to reopen his case for the sole purpose of testifying as a witness. If he has second thoughts, I'll at least consider it, US District Judge Lewis Kaplan said. Yes, again, closing any opportunity for Trump to say he did not have the opportunity to speak. And also because, again, he did not put on a defense, which is a hell of a gamble. Anyway, we know the closing arguments are scheduled for Monday, but who knows, if Trump comes back and says he wants to testify, the judge may open that door.
So, a couple things here. First, did you notice that he said, yeah, stars can grab women by the genitalia, unfortunately or fortunately?
Yeah.
What part would be the fortunate part? That's amazing. No, he has verbal diarrhea. That's why his lawyers try to keep him away from testifying, because he's a moron who doesn't know how to shut up. He just says all the quiet parts out loud. So I've got more of those quotes in a second. But as look, when the case first started, I thought this is probably a long shot because this happened so long ago. And the original case was about defamation because he basically said, I didn't do it, she's a liar. That's, I don't know how juries are gonna see that, etc. Then they allowed the rape to be introduced as one of the things that they're going to adjudicate. And that was because of a law that was passed in New York recently. Now remember, there's a civil trial, not a criminal trial. So that means they don't need all the jurors to say yes, they just need to get to that 51% standard, not the 99% standard in terms of burden of proof, et cetera. And since he hasn't testified yet, but he did do these depositions and they're showing the jury these depositions, I think he's gonna lose. And it might be shocking the degree to which he loses, because I don't know if all rational rules are suspended in the universe, but they'd have to be for him to win this case. If a juror or the entire, all the jurors together, 6 men, 3 women in this case, from what I understand, they get in the jury room and they discuss the stuff that he's been saying. They have to be revolted. I mean, who says maybe it's fortunate that stars get to sexually assault women? Is that a thing that they're gonna talk in the jury room and go, yeah, maybe that's okay? I don't think so. I don't think so. Here, let me give you more atrocious quotes from his deposition. Trump said about E. Jean Carroll, she actually indicated that she loved it, okay? She loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that? Then he went on, the Kaplan, then the lawyer says, no, sir, I just want to confirm it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you. And he says, Trump says, well, based on our interview with Anderson Cooper, I believe that's what took place. He just answered that she loved being raped by him, but that's an admission that he raped her. He's unbelievable. He's both unbelievable in how deeply immoral he is, but also how deeply unintelligent he is. Rick.
All right, there's one, yeah, real quick. There's one thing that I saw that Adrian reacted to, who's an actual lawyer that I'd like to hear from. I think you agreed, Adrian, when Cenk said that he's gonna lose. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's really actually hard to get a win, as Cenk noted, based on how long ago, but I think people hate Trump. Number one, also she was very well respected. She had all the right people who came up and said something. And yeah, and also him not putting on a defense.
So look, I agree with both of you guys. There's 3 key things that we all just hit on. The first was when Adrian was introducing the story, him saying she's not my type and then misidentifying E. Jean Carroll as his ex-wife. I mean, come on, man, come on. And then he goes on to say, well, it was blurry, it was a blurry photo. No, it wasn't. How can you say she's not your type and then you think it's your ex-wife? The second part is the follow-up questions that counsel had when they were questioning him about the fortunately or unfortunately with star status. And then they asked him a very good follow-up and simple follow-up. Well, do you think you're a star? And he said, I think so. Huge admission. And then the third was obviously what we saw and what we just heard from Cenk. I just have to say, his imploring of the word hoax, whenever it's been found that whatever he's calling a hoax is not a hoax, is a pattern, another pattern. The amount of women that have come forward saying this man sexually assaulted them is in the double digits. It's above 15 and maybe even 20. I'm just curious, like, all these Republicans who are like family values, nuclear family values. Why do you keep falling for it? Or why do you intentionally keep falling for it? There's so many things that are so hypocritical about their movement, but yet when it comes to protecting kids, protecting women, protecting families, they just don't care as long as it's this guy. It's incredible to me.
Yeah, it's all a farce. It's a shield. It's what the cover that they like to use to claim that they want to look to protect. In the sexual harassment sphere, it's called benevolent sexism. It's a thought I need to protect you and take care of you, when really no, it's your way of exercising oppression and control. It's ridiculous with regard to Trump.
Look, it's not just that it's a lower standard of proof and Trump's testimony was terrible and they put on no defense. When he says things gratuitously, the lawyer didn't ask him about it, but when he said to her, as Adrian told you guys, you wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest. I wouldn't under any circumstance have any interest in you. To the lawyer, E. Jean Carroll's lawyer, for no reason at all. That's a person that most people deeply dislike. I don't mean because of his politics, even if they never heard of him before. Like, if you say stuff like that in a trial, the jury's gonna hate you and they're gonna rule against you. Look at the lady lawyer there. I don't think you're hot either. I wouldn't have sexually assaulted you. Now, that's a guy who's gonna lose the case. So, and he might get hit with a settlement here that is much, much larger than he realizes. And then you're gonna see some real crying.
Yeah, for real. I won't doubt that he will be appealing and probably trying to make her life utterly miserable. But that's the Trump way.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.